Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox coming to you today with the review for Won't You and Your Family Come and Hang with Kandi and the Gang. I can't wait to learn the whole song, you guys. And I was like, look at Kandi trying to sing the little jingle. This is for season 1, episode 2. So I thought that I had missed the first 2 episodes, but I only missed the first episode. So the episode that aired on Sunday was episode 2. So I'm glad I'm not that far off. And we could just pick up and get to moving, you guys. So how y'all enjoying the show so far? It's been good. It's been good. I mean, I feel like Kandi knows what it takes to put together a quality reality show. Enough entertainment, enough bullshit, some funny moments. I guess we're going to try to sprinkle in some serious moments in there, but it's going to be overall, I think it's going to be a good show for her. I think that the other shows that she's had in the past was just like a special, but I think that they created this show with the hopes that it will pick up and that they will continue on and have more and more seasons. So yeah, I was just like, okay, I'm here for it. It's a whole bunch of fucking people on this show. So many people to try to remember. And you guys know your girl is getting old, so she has to really have to work hard to remember these names. So I had to make a list of all of the people just so that I could just, so I don't get on here and be like, what's her name? What's his name? What is it? Who is he again? Y'all, these first couple of episodes, we just got to get used to who everybody is. But once we get into it, you guys, we gonna be rolling. So anyway, let's go through the characters real fast before we get to the show, since I didn't do this last week. We have Kandi, of course, who is the owner of the Old Lady Gang restaurant, her and her husband Todd. We have, of course, the gang, which would be Mama Joyce, Aunt Bertha, and Aunt Nora. We have Don Juan, who is Kandi's right-hand man. I was surprised to see Don Juan on the show, but I think Don Juan is trying to kind of loosen up and get back into the whole reality scene. You guys know he used to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I think he probably got more involved than he really wanted to, with some of the drama that was going on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, I think he wanted to be there for the fun, but not for, how shit got real fucked up with Portia and all of that stuff. So he kind of pulled himself out of it. But now I think he's willing to show that other side of him again and show that he can be fun and all of that. But you guys know that he really is Kandi's like right-hand man for real. So, he can't jeopardize like his legitimacy, and people really taking him seriously in the business, because that is his real job for real. But I think he can sprinkle in a little bit of levity and have a little bit of fun on a reality show and be there. So it was good to see Don. We got Philip. Philip is the uptight manager. Ooh, Philip is special, huh? I know everybody has a crush on old Philip. He's cute. Kind of in a, real structured face kind of way. But yeah, I guess he's a cute guy. We have, let's see, who else? Rashard, Shardo. Yeah, I guess he's a greeter. He was from the old, before when they first opened. He's one of the old school ones. We have Tauren, who was in charge of the Friday Night Lights. He's also returned back to try to prove himself. We have Chandrika. Now Chandrika is going to be I think she is going to be the one that, between her and Dominique, I think that they both will be the ones that we are going to really, focus on. Like, I think that they are going to be the ones that kind of keep the bullshit and the fun bullshit of the show alive. So Chandrika is like a greeter that Kandi has just kept around because of... Really, Kandi is kind of one of those people that keep people around because of loyalty, And you'll see as the shows go on that she is really big on people that have stayed loyal to her and true to her. She's going to always have a place for you. You can't turn your back on Kandi. You can't do her wrong. As long as you right, she's going to try to take care of you. Todd is more on the business side, like we can't be coddling every fucking body, So, and Chandrika's proof of that, because Chandrika a fucking mess. Dominique, I like Dominique. I like her. She is the bartender. She is also the one that is dating Brandon. And Brandon is, what is Brandon? Was Brandon like he was a manager of some sort or something? I'm not sure what Brandon is. I mean, I guess he's just, he's part of the people that's there. Brandon is sprung though, child. We're gonna talk about him in a minute. Then we have her godsons slash cousins, Patrick and Melvin. Melvin is also the cook. Patrick is the one that runs the parking lot. Patrick's girlfriend is Safari. We ain't met her yet, but I'm assuming we're gonna meet her soon. Kim, that's Aunt Bertha's daughter. Brian, okay? I think Brian is gonna be my favorite person on the show. I already feel like me and Brian have some sort of, like some sort of connection. He's funny, but he also is not like over the top. I mean, when you look at him, he look like he might be over the top, but like when I talk to him, when he's talking to us, he doesn't necessarily feel like he's too much. And something about him I usually am a good judge of character. And I feel like he's probably going to be the one that I'm going to like. So anyway, you guys, I think that is the gist of the people on the show so far anyway. So you guys, let's get to the episode 2. All right, so you guys, the show opens with Patrick. Like I said, Patrick is Kandi's cousin slash godson. He is really, really close to Kandi. Cute guy, cute little chocolate guy. He's in charge of the parking lot. Kandi was just like, all I do is the parking lot does really well. And that's all I got to say about that. I was like, what Patrick doing in that parking lot? I could see him flirting. He looked like the type that's going to flirt with everybody in the damn parking lot. Make sure that he get these $10. He lives with Melvin, who is also Kandi's cousin. He was the one that she was crying about on Real Housewives of Atlanta when she was talking about him, kind of being like her son. He's the cook, like I said. Now, they live together in the apartment that is, excuse me, on the backside of the Old Lady Gang. And when we're talking about the Old Lady Gang restaurant, we're talking about the original one, the one that's on Peter Street. Melvin is the sweetheart. Kandi loves him to death, and she says sometimes Todd is a little too hard on Melvin. And Todd is always just like, what are you talking about? Like, Melvin is a grown-ass man. He can take it. And so it's like Kandi and Todd kind of have this good cop, bad cop thing that's always going. It works well for them. Probably helps them within their business. Patrick has a girlfriend, Safari. Okay, we haven't met her yet, but I'm assuming we're going to meet her soon enough. Now, Dominique and Brandon are dating. I got to try to get Dominique's voice, you guys.
Because it's sort of like this. When she talks, everything is sort of like...
I was just like, I'm going to get her voice. I'm going to get her voice for you guys. She's like,
we go out with Brandon, and he's sort of like a movie star, like the chocolate kind.
Child, they go out and have drinks, I guess. She's just trying to figure out exactly what are Brandon's intentions. So I thought that they were dating already, but it seems like this is where we're trying to start, I guess. And so he tells her he wants to date her. He really, really likes her. Like I said, he kind of feels like he's borderline sprung, but he's like, she's very charismatic. Now, how did we get along? How did we come up with Dominique? Well, Dominique, like I told you earlier, was a dancer. And she tried out for Kandi's The Dungeon tour, and she got the gig, and then she ended up starting working at the OLG. And I guess she's gotten a lot of opportunities because of the Dungeon tour. And so, now her ultimate goal is to dance with Beyonce. And I know that these two dating and working in that environment is probably not going to work out well. But, we just gonna go along with the flow. They look good together. Wasn't it funny when they were leaving out of the place and she gave him a hug? And then he tried to come in for the kiss, and she was just like,
excuse me, like, you don't get to kiss me. This is the prize. You have to work for the prize.
Yeah, girl, don't give him some so soon. He really had his nerve, right? Now, Tauren was in charge of Friday Night Live. Okay, he's trying to come back to the Old Lady Gang, mostly probably because of this damn show. And Kandi probably was like, you can come on back and, you can make a name for yourself and you're going to be all on TV. But he's telling us that he's trying to do better because he didn't leave in the best situation when he left before. So anyway, Tauren is at home and he invited Chandrika and Dominique over. When they get there, they're complaining about his charcuterie board. They was like, nigga, how you? I was like, it is sort of a pitiful looking charcuterie board. It was just like, you know how some charcuterie boards are like really, really done up and have all different meats and cheeses and crackers and fruits and. Child, he looked like he went and got one of them damn bags from Walmart that just had the carrots, the celery, and just the mozzarella cheese in it, and just opened that up and put it out. They was like, shit, we thought we was coming over here to eat. Well, you thought wrong. Anyway, he's telling them that Don is the one who talked him into coming back. Okay, when he was there before, he was stretched a little too thin because I think he was managing as well, and he just felt like, with Friday Night Lives, I know they used to be a big deal out here in Atlanta on Fridays. People used to go to the OLG. They'd be out in that parking lot in the backyard, in the back of the restaurant all night, and we would see it and all. So it did become a pretty big event. And so, he was the one that was in charge of it. And I guess he just got overwhelmed. So they still ain't really said how he left, but it kind of seemed like he might have just stop answering the phone and made himself scarce, They was like, wait till you meet Philip. Philip is a whole different kind of beast. And, he was like, he don't like to make judgments on people that he haven't met. If somebody else is telling him something about somebody, he gonna wait till he meet them and make his own. I was like, child, that Philip is special. So they sit around, they chopping it up or whatever. Chandrika want to know who, everybody dating. Dominique was just like, she doesn't want to let anybody know that her and Brandon are dating. I was like, I thought it was obvious. The way they was acting at the restaurant in the first episode, like, you would have to be pretty blind to, the way that Brandon damn near tongue be hanging out when he walk behind the girl or when he see her. So, but maybe that's just for the show. Now, later on, we see Nora Joyce at the restaurant. Bertha's not at the restaurant, though, you guys. She's at home, and her grandbaby, Melvin, comes over. Okay, Melvin says that he's big on family. He just feels best when he can go and connect with his grandparents, sit and talk to them. He learned how to cook from his grandmother. That boy can fry some chicken. Melvin is Aunt Bertha's son's son. Aunt Bertha also has a daughter named Kim. Kim used to work at Old Lady Gang, I guess when it first opened as well, but that mean ass Mama Joyce done ran her ass off. She doesn't work there anymore, and evidently it's created some little rift in the family functioning. But Kandi wants them all to be a happy family again. So Kandi's trying to put together this family meeting. Joyce, when we see her at the restaurant, she's talking to Nora. She was just like,
well, Kandi said that she want us to sit down and have a talk.
Mama Joyce's whole thing is the reason why she went off on Kim is because Kim was trying to get everybody in the restaurant to jump ship. And Joyce didn't think that was right.
You don't do family like that.
And that Mama Joyce is going to protect her baby Kandi. Now, Brian, like I said, I like Brian. Brian was part of the old group. He's come back as a server, okay? Before, when he was there, he was a bartender, he said. But I think that he said during the COVID, when COVID first hit, he realized he was an alcoholic. And he said it was so out of control that he finally had to have a talk with God and was just like, okay, he's got to be sober. So he misses being behind the bar, but this is what's working best for him now as a server. Now, of course, he got to meet that damn stick in the mud ass Philip. What is wrong with Philip? Listen, I understand when you come into a place and you really have to establish yourself as the person that take charge and all of that. But there are so many different management styles that work and don't work, especially when you have an owner like Kandi, who is very big on loyalty, and has given her people some leeway. He's got to try to figure out a better way of approaching these people. You being just this asshole, and again, it might be for the show. It might be turned up for the show or whatever, but you coming in so hard-nosed, is a sure way for everybody to really kind of have a problem with you. Brian is just sort of like, okay, whatever you want me to do, Philip, I'll tell you where you need to be. You need to be downstairs. I was just like, oh, you fucking loosen up, Philip obviously got the report on all of the different employees there, and he was just like, Brian did whatever the hell he wanted to do back in the day, okay? But it's it's a new sheriff in town, so Philip is already establishing right away that you're not gonna get away with that shit with him. When Chandrika tells Brian that they're all gonna get together and go have drinks. Now if I was Philip, I wouldn't be going with them to drink either, because that's where you got to draw the line. Because shit happens when y'all get to drinking and you off, you away from work and everything. You get a little too lax, say and do too many things that you shouldn't be saying and doing. So when they asked him, did he want to go? Like, do you go? Do you go out and have drinks? He was like, no, not with you. It's like, can you at least say it different? But yeah, I mean, I guess he got his point across. Yeah, we the management don't need to be going drinking with the staff. So then we get the little package on Philip. Who is Philip? Well, Philip is the manager for Kandi. He used to be at the steakhouse, but now he's come over here to OLG because he's good for TV and not too hard on the eyes. Philip has a boyfriend, Felipe. Or is it Felipe? Felipe, I believe it is, from Brazil, okay? And they've been together for some time. Looks like maybe Felipe, I don't know if he lives here or if he's just visiting him or what, but they're together now. Philip says that his mom was like his biggest cheerleader and everything, and now she's gone, and so, kind of relies more on Felipe and all that. But wasn't it funny when he was like, the staff think I'm mean, and Felipe was like, yeah, you are. He was like, you think I'm mean? Now, I know this ain't the first fucking time that you heard that your ass was mean with your strong ass jaw. Yes, you mean. You're mean. Okay, it actually kind of rude. I don't like Philip. I'm just going to let you guys know that right now. I don't like him. But Philip says that, he's going to be a restaurant owner in the future, and he 100% expects Felipe to be there for him and, maybe help out in the restaurant, everything. Y'all saw how Felipe was just sort of like, yeah, I don't think so. The group is all going to have drinks, right? So we got Richard, we got Brian, we got Tauren, we got Chandrika, Dominique, Brandon. I am doing so good with these names. You guys would be very proud of me to know that I have remembered everybody's names and faces. Wasn't it hilarious when Brian was talking about how him and Tauren tugged and pulled? I was crazy. He was like, Tauren's dick is too big. I was just like, did you really just say that on TV? I forgot Patrick was there as well, and Chandrika. Now, so Chandrika, when Dominique gets there first, and then a little later Brandon gets there, she makes everybody switch chairs around so that Dominique and Brandon can sit together. And Dominique was just like,
why is she making such a big deal? We are trying to keep this on the low.
She brought attention to what they doing. And then when Patrick gets there, she says how Patrick and her dated back in the day. Okay. Which I could 100% see that them two was dating. Did he call her a fucking cougar? I think he said that she was about to turn 30. Oh, is that what he said about Chandrika? I wouldn't have put her at 30. I thought she was younger than that. She looks good. I would not have put her at 30. But he said that she said that Patrick was immature. Okay, and that they dated for a little while, and then she had to let that shit go, and now she got a new boyfriend. His name is June. We ain't met him yet either, but I'm assuming we will. And she said she got a ring out of it. So I don't know if that means she's engaged or what, because usually when you engage, you just say you engaged. So was it a promise ring, a la Scrappy and Bambi, or what? Patrick, like I said, he got his girlfriend Safari. He say she do teeth whitening and lip injections here in Atlanta. She makes him a better man. He used to be a hoe back in the day. He don't do that whole shit no more. I was looking at Patrick. I was like, I think you still got a little hoe in you. But anyway, while they're sitting there talking, I was like, Chandrika, why is it that you feel like this is the best situation? I know you with your coworkers, but you have to remember that some of your coworkers is your supervisor, a la your manager, a la the owner of the business, the one who actually pays you, their family. So of course, anything that you say is going to make it back to Kandi and Todd. So she get to complaining about how she only make $12 an hour, and that, even the people at Dollar General make $15 an hour, and its minimum wage is $50, And I was just like, girl, you really blasted Kandi like that? Kandi, you out there paying these kids quarters? I mean, you ain't even sticking with the minimum wage. Okay. All of the little things that people been saying about Kandi's OLG. I mean, listen, OLG, I've been to that original one. And their food was good when I went. I cannot complain. I've told you guys that before. I had the waffles. Did I have chicken and waffles? Yeah, I think I had chicken and waffles and I had a side of greens and everything was good. So I can't complain about, I feel like people just automatically assume that it's going to be bad because it's a celebrity's restaurant and that's just kind of the thing to say. But I didn't have no problems with her food when I went. I mean, it wasn't super standout, but it wasn't bad at all. So anyway, but of course, her talking about that, I was like, I could see people this show is probably going to make people be like, that's exactly why I ain't going to her restaurant or something like that, But anyway, her talking about Kandi and the pay, yeah, definitely because Patrick was just like, you need to not be saying anything. All right, Patrick is definitely going to tell Kandi. Next day, we see Kandi. She's at home, and she is scheduled this intervention. I knew that my family was having problems, but I wanted to wait until I could get my cousin Wayne to come over here because she is the one that keeps everybody in line. She keeps the whole family together. And we know Weenie. We know Cousin Weenie. Cousin Weenie been on Real Housewives of Atlanta as well, and definitely Cousin Weenie and Kandi are like this. She is what we call the glue to the family, like this, y'all. Aunt Bertha was like, we gonna get this fixed or it's gonna be some bodies rolling down the hill. We gotta get everybody there. We got Kim there. And then we got Aunt Bertha there. Kim is Aunt Bertha's daughter, remember? And then we get Mama Joyce and Aunt Nora, okay? So we all sitting around. And Cousin Weenie is the mediator. So we sitting around, and Kandi says, well, Kim and Aunt Nora and Mama have not been seeing eye to eye for some time. And y'all, that poor Kim, bless her heart. I was so nervous for her. She seemed like she was so stressed out. She was like, it's this damn restaurant. Ever since we started working at this restaurant, I don't feel comfortable. She was like, Joyce was just going off cursing and, wait a minute, it's in my phone. I got it. I know exactly what she said. I got it here. Wait a minute. I know what she said. It's in my phone. Take your time, Kim. Take your time. Aunt Joyce was just like, well, what I said was when y'all was all walking out of the restaurant, I said, y'all gonna leave Candace's restaurant after all she do for you? Well, you can leave then. Kim was like, no, what you said was, y'all better get y'all motherfucking asses back in that kitchen and get that kitchen together. Because that's my kitchen. And Joyce was like, I ain't never said to get your motherfucking ass in no kitchen. I did not say that. Kim was like, that's what you said? That's what you said. Like, I ain't never said get your motherfucking ass in that kitchen because I don't even think that's my motherfucking restaurant. And of course, everybody was getting all riled up. Kim was just like, I can't work in these conditions, Bertha was just like, why is you cursing so much? Okay, damn, bring that shit down. Okay, so we had to get everybody calmed down and sit back down. And Kandi was just like, well, Kim, now you my cousin and I love you, but I was a little perturbed when I found out that you was trying to get everybody else to leave and go work at the other spot. And of course, Kim denies that. She said she didn't do that. But, Aunt Nora was just sort of like, She was like, and Aunt Nora's over there and she just be like, And she wasn't even there. And Aunt Nora was like, she called me and told me what you said. You can play innocent all you want, but I heard what you said. Kim jumps up and was just sort of like, enough is enough. And Nora was just like, I heard what you said. I heard what you said. And I'm going to tell the truth. And what about when Aunt Nora said that? I'm going to throw your ass down like I did before. I said, What did happen with Aunt Nora and Kim? Kandi was just like, well, everybody think that Nora is the sweet one, and she is. However, back in the day, Aunt Nora's been known to whip plenty of ass. I met her actually when I went to the OLG. Me and my girlfriend Rashawn went there, and she was there, happened to be there that day. Very, very sweet. Walked around, talked to everybody, sat with us, told us what drinks to get, all of that. So Very, very sweet lady. But I guess she was just like, you know, don't let the smooth taste fool you. Kandi was like, don't you dare. Don't you dare, Honora. Okay, everybody need to sit down. Sit down. Now, we are family, and we are never going to resort to something like that. Everybody has to be willing to put the past in the past. Kim was just like, well, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. So I guess we try to solve it just in that quick little... I was like, what did Weenie do? So Weenie just had to make sure everybody sat down. We could not have no old folks sitting up in here fighting at this house, you know. But Kandi said, yeah, Kim coming back right now. The block is a little too hot. We can't have Kim back, you know, with Mama Joyce and Aunt Nora and all of the issues and everything. Maybe in the future, but not right now. And then, you know, Aunt Joyce was just like, well, I went and got some food. We got some food in here. We got some chicken wings. And everybody was like, oh, okay, yeah, we want some chicken wings. I was just like that. Y'all was just ready to do fisticuffs a few minutes ago. And now because we got chicken wings, Kandi was just like, yeah, the family gonna always get together if you got some chicken wings. I was cracking. At OLG, everybody is there. Like I told you, Patrick goes back and tells Kandi what Chandrika said. And, you know, she was just like, what? Why would she say that? She don't even come to work. It seemed like she would talk to the people that is responsible for paying her. Kandi, we still have to pay the people minimum wage. And then lastly, you guys, Tauren gets there and he meets with Don. Don says that, yeah, the way Tauren left wasn't really the best, you know, wasn't the best situation, but Don is willing to give Tauren another chance because Tauren is like family. He's sort of like a little brother to him. So he's kind of willing to take him in under his wing and bring him on back. Plus, I think Tauren was a success for their Friday Night Live. You know, maybe if he can get a little bit more support where he needs it, you know, it might be a win-win for everybody. Okay, so Tauren is there. He got his little tools. He gonna take a look around, you know, just see where he can get in, where he can fit in, figure out what his next plan is gonna be for the special events that they have at the OLG. But of course, he has to meet his new manager, Philip. Okay, now, this scene bothered me so much because yes, I guess Tauren should have introduced himself to Philip, but also Philip should have approached Tauren. The way that they approach each other was just a problem for me, okay? Tauren is there working in the capacity that Don has told him to, you know, so he has a reason to be there, and then he gets mad. And then Philip gets mad that he hasn't introduced himself to him. The bottom line is Philip is like a flexer. And I don't like those kind of people. People who know that they have the power, so they have to wield it. I come from the school of thought of you have the power and everybody else knows you have the power, but you shouldn't have to show it unless it gets to that point. If you always got to be flexing every fucking time you come around people, then you are automatically going to turn them off. So that whole interaction between him and Tauren just really rubbed me the wrong way. Okay. And I was just like, okay, this is good for TV because obviously Philip understands the assignment. He ain't really trying to bend. He's really just trying to be what he feels that he needs to be for this position. But I don't think I've ever automatically not liked somebody from the beginning. You know, I usually try to give people a chance, but Philip, I ain't feeling him. I'm not feeling him. I am not feeling Philip. All right, you guys, that is it. So we're going to do this every week. I'm going to learn that song by next week, and I'm going to sing it for you guys next week too. Let me get off of here, you guys. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to this channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.